Okay, working on our 10H notes here. As I said when we were um, starting this, we're just working these problems backwards, and they're word problems right here. Okay, so starting here, volume of a cylinder is 1,004.8 meters cubed. The height is 20 meters. Find the radius. What did I say that we had to do first? Okay, well, I mean, we do have to find the radius, but I mean, we have to. I mean, it's not like trying to find Waldo. You know what I mean? It's not there on a page. We actually have to do something to find it. So we first have to write the solve for R, but we have to have a what to solve for R, the equation, right? So we have cylinder volume right here. So let's set that up first. So the volume is 1,004.8. And what was the volume formula for a cylinder? Pi r squared times height. Very good. Okay. So we have pi. Whoa. Pi. I don't know what that is. R squared times the height, which is 20. Okay. So 1,004.8 equals pi r squared times 20. Okay. So now we could solve for r because we can get r by itself. Okay. So to get r, well, first we'll get the r squared by itself, right? So what are we going to have to do to get that r squared by itself? Cortavian. Okay. Um, we can divide by 20. We could also divide by what? Pi, right? We could do that all in one thing if we want to. Just make sure it's in parentheses. So what we can do is we can divide by 20 pi on both sides, okay? And so on both sides, we can just divide parentheses 20 pi, okay? And as long as we have parentheses around that, it's dividing by 20 and it's dividing by pi, okay? Again, make sure you put parentheses on it. If you put the parentheses on it, that kind of eliminates a step. I can do two things at once, okay? So the 20s cancel out over here and the pi's cancel out here. So we have 1,004.8 and it's divided by parentheses, 20 pi, okay? And so I know we're left with r squared. And what is that going to be equal over here on the other side of 1,004.8 divided by 20 pi? What was it? Okay, but that's after you divide the 20. What about after dividing the pi as well? 16. Okay. So 1,004.8, we divide by 20, it gets us a 15.24. Then we divide by pi, it gets us 16. So we have 16 equals r squared. And so we square root it. Very good. Okay. R equals 4. Very good. Very nice. Okay. Simple algebra problem. Okay. Write the formula down. Put the numbers in they give us. Find the variable that we don't have. Okay. By getting the variable by itself. Questions? Okay. Again, this is going to be up on video in a little bit, so hopefully you're either taking a picture of it or getting this down fast, or you can go back and look at the video later if you need it. Okay, next one. Cone, 1884 inches cubed. The height is 8 inches. Find the radius of the cone. Got to do the equation first, Cortavian. Okay, so 1884 equals what? Okay, so radius is pi r squared height divided by 3. Okay, pi r squared times height divided by 3. So we have pi r squared times 8 all divided by 3. Oh no. This looks different than the other one. I don't know what I'm going to do. We got to do the opposite of dividing, and that gets rid of what? The 3, right? We want to get rid of the 3. Now, I mean, we don't have to get rid of the 3 first. I mean, we can get rid of whatever we want to first. But when we have fractions, I've always thought that it's best to eliminate the fraction first, and the best way to do that is multiply by the denominator. That way, the fractions are gone. It's nice and clean. We don't have to deal with that anymore. Okay. So first thing, let's multiply by 3, and we can multiply by 3 to both sides. That cancels out. All right, so we're pi r squared times 8. We times it by 3, and then we times the other side by 3 right there.
That gives us 5,652.
5652. Okay. So what that leaves us with, and I'm just doing this to save space. So 5652 is going to equal pi r squared times 8. Okay. 56.52 equals pi r squared times 8. All right, so now this kind of looks like the previous problem a little bit.
So now we have to divide 8 with pi.
Okay. So we'll divide 8 pi.
And for that, I got r squared equals 2.5.
2.5?
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a little higher than that. 5,652 divided by 8 pi.
I think I did it wrong.
I think you did it wrong too. That's okay. We're all human. Why don't we just put our calculator that's not human in there? What'd y'all get? Did you put 8 pi in parentheses? It should be a nice whole square. Well, you got to do that. 56,5652 divided by parentheses 8 pi. I want to say it's going to be 200 something, 200-ish. 224.8? Okay. So 224.8. That's cool. All right, so 224.8 equals r squared. If you use 3.14 for pi, you probably got a whole number. Conrad? Square rooted. Thank you, sir. What's the answer going to be? 15. Bless you. Okay, just getting the variables by itself. Questions? Going once. Going twice. Okay. Has everybody got this down? Y'all need another second to write it? Okay. Well, I'll leave that up there. Let's go talk about number 3. So, triangular pyramid with equilateral triangle base has a volume of 114.3 meters cubed. The height of the pyramid is 5 meters. I apologize for not doing that, but we fixed it. So, pyramid volume formula is what? Okay. So volume is equal to base, which is base area times height, which is 5. Divided by 3. Okay. So 114.3 equals b times 5 divided by 3. All right. So now what? Sorry? It's already dividing by 3. Multiply by? Okay. Now, what if we multiply by 3, what else could we do maybe in one little thing here? Times by 3, and then we can get rid of the 5 by doing what? Yeah. Right? We have that fraction 5 over 3. So if we times by 3 over 5, that just takes care of everything. Right? Multiplying by the reciprocal, does that ring a bell to anybody? Reciprocals, multiplying, flipping the fraction, multiplying to cancel out. Ring a bell from like 4th grade? Should. We talked about this a little bit in Unit 2 as well. All right. So now we're left with our base area, 114.3 times 3 over 5. What does that approximate us? I want to say it's probably 60 something if I'm not mistaken. 114.3 times 3 over 5. 68.58. Okay, we'll call it 68.6. Okay. Now remember, 68.6 is our base area. Okay, 68.6 is our base area. Are we done? No, we got to find the side length of the triangle, okay? What kind of triangle is it? It's an equilateral triangle. Do we have a formula area for equilateral triangles on the 9A notes? Let's go find the equilateral triangle formula on the 9A notes. This is probably the last one we get done today. It's kind of a funky formula because remember, equilateral triangles don't give us a height. They just give us a side length. So the formula is going to involve side length. Okay, that's with an equilateral triangle. So 9A notes, it's some fraction, some funky little fraction. Does anybody have the 9A notes handy, or did they? Good. Okay, thank you, Caleb. So the equilateral triangle formula, okay, is a square root of 3 divided by 4 times side squared. Okay, so we have 68.6 equals root 3 over 4 times side squared. So side is our variable right here. That's what we're trying to find. Okay, this is always the equilateral triangle thing, root 3 over 4 times side squared. Okay, so we got to get side by itself, and first thing we got to do is get rid of this fraction. What do we do to get rid of this fraction here? Okay. Okay, so when we divide a fraction, dividing a fraction really means we blank by the blank. Okay, and then we multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, so when we're dividing a fraction, when you divide by root 3 over 4, you're going to times by 4 over root 3. Okay, so we're going to times it by 4 over root 3 because that just cancels those things out. I'm going to erase this stuff over off here to the left again. If you need to look at the video to get it, go to the video to get that part. All right, so we have 4 divided by the square root of 3. Make sure that's in parentheses right there, and times 68.6. What, anybody have 4 divided by root 3 times 68.6? We ain't done yet. Don't pack up your stuff. Anybody got a number? Okay, 158.4. Thank you, Caleb. So 158.4 is side squared. Yeah, we'll square root it. Okay. And so the square root of 158.4 about 12.6. Okay. Cool. Thank you guys. I hope you guys have a good 3-day weekend. Be safe. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have to work Monday. Y'all don't. So enjoy your 4-day weekend.
Have a good 3-day, Coach.
I will. Y'all take care. Thank you.